Factorization. Factorization is the opposite of expanding. So expanding is like you have something in front of a bracket and you can multiply it out, right, to be ax and ay. The factorization would be going from this back to a bracket. The key is for whatever you have in front of the bracket, since you are expanding or distributing, it will go into both terms. Okay, so what I mean is, if you have something that is common between both terms, then you can take it outside of the bracket. So for example, if you see maybe cx plus c, okay, something else maybe, then both of them have a c. That would mean you can take out c, and then you will open a bracket, and then you look at what's left. Alright, so here, the first term, we have c times x. Now c is out, c is taken out, so there's x left. And then you copy the sign in the middle. Then for cw, c is out, so w is left. So that's factorizing. Now it is also possible to factor out, say, a number. So for example, maybe you have 2x plus 4y. Then you can say, what is common? Well, it turns out 2 is common, because obviously this is a 2, but also 4 is 2 times 2. So it also contains a 2. Alright, so both terms have 2 in it. So we can factor out 2. Then you open bracket for 2x. Once 2 is out, we have x left. Then plus for 4y. For the 4 is 2 times 2. So if one of the 2 is out, then you have another 2 left. And then y. Then an easy way to check whether your factorization is correct would be to expand back your answer. When you expand, you're supposed to get what you start with. Let's look at another one. Let's say we have 8x plus 4. Okay, what's common between them? Between 8x and 4, well, 8 is 4 times 2, so they both have 4, we can take out 4. And for 8x, once 4 is gone, we have 2 left, and an x. Now we plus. Okay, for 4, we have taken 4 out, so in some sense, there's nothing left. But what do we write when there's nothing left? It turns out, we'll have to put a 1 when there's nothing left. Because remember, when we expand the thing back, we have to get the original question. So you need to think like 4 times what would give you back 4? Well, the answer is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Therefore, whenever everything is taken out in factorization, you have to put a 1. Now, it's also possible to take out more than one thing. So for example, we have 4xy minus 6x squared. So we can ask what is common. Well, 4 is 2 times 2. 6 is 2 times 3, so 2 is common. X squared is x times x, so x is also common. Alright, so we'll take out 2 and x. Then we ask, in 4xy, if we take out 2 and x, what's left? Well, 4 is 2 times 2, one of the 2 is gone, so we have one more 2. And then we also take out x, so y is left, minus. From 6, if you take away a 2, 3 is left. In x squared, if you take away one of the x, then we have another x that's left. Okay. Let's try one more. This one, you might pause the video to give it a try. The answer is coming 3, 2, 1. So you can ask in 6 and 9 what's common. 6 is 3 times 2. 9 is 2 times 3, so we can take out 3. Then a squared is a times a. There's also an a, so a is common. B squared is b times b. This also have a b, so b is also common. So we can take out 3, can take out a, can take out b. And then in here, if you take out 3 from 6, you have a 2 left. Take away one of the a from a squared, we have an a left. B is taken out, so b is gone. Then plus. So now you take out one of the 3, there's a 3 left. And a is gone. In b squared, take out b. Just one more b. Alright. Lastly, it's possible to factorize from 3 terms. Alright, so maybe imagine you have something like this. When there are 3 terms, you'll only be able to take out things that are common to all 3. Alright. So I think all of them have 2 because this have 2. 4 is 2 times 2, so there's a 2. 6 is 2 times 3. And then all of them have a. Right. In fact, there's a square, there's a square. But this only have a, so we can only take out a. Well, let's change the question a bit. Imagine you have a square here, actually. Might make things a bit more interesting. And then for b, since this and this only have a b, we can only take out 1b. But for c, we have c squared here, c squared and c squared. So they all have c squared. So it seems like we can take out c squared. Okay, so again, what are we taking out? We can take out a 2, we take out a, take out b, and take out c squared. Then you think in the first term, what's left? Well, the 2 is taken out, the b is taken out, the c squared is taken out, so they're all gone. But for a squared, that's a times a, only one copy of a is taken out, so we still have an a. And then we have minus. So from here, from the 4, we take out one of the 2, so it's still a 2. A is gone. From the b squared, we take out one of the b, so we still have a b. And then c squared is taken out, so no more c. And then plus, from 6, we take out a 2, there's a 3 left. And then from a squared, take out an a, so a, b is gone, c squared is also gone. Okay, this last example might be a little bit complicated. Alright, but obviously you want to practice this in order to fully get it. And if the last example got you a little bit confused, it's fine. You can start with the easy examples. So if you want exercises, you can join my membership. We will have leveled questions from easy to hard to help you slowly build up so that you can even handle this last type. Now there's one more type of factorization at this level that is a little bit more advanced, that is a little bit more challenging, and involve a technique called grouping. Now sometimes you might see that the question wants you to factorize a question with 4 terms, so something like this. But you can also see is that there's no common factor for all 4 terms. Then it might be a question on a technique called grouping. In grouping, what you do is you want to factorize in group first. So for example, you want to factorize with this 2 as one group, and then this 2 as one group. So if you look at the first 2 terms, you can say a is the common factor, so you can take out a. And then we have x plus y left. And then for the second group, we can factor out b. B is the common factor, then x plus y. Right. The interesting thing is, after you do that, you see that both of these 2 terms, so we say this is one term, this is another term, okay? Both of the term has the factor
x plus y. So you're treating the whole bracket as one thing. So now you can factor out x plus y from both of them. All right, so if you take out x plus y, for the first term, what's left? We have a left. And then for the second term, we have b left. So this will be how you factorize something like this. And this method is called grouping. So let's try another one. Something like b squared. Something like this. Then again, maybe the first two is one group, the next two is one group. So from the first two, we'll factor out a b. Then we have b minus 1 left. For the second group, you may think you can take out a. So a is a common factor. Then you have minus b plus 1 left. Now this time we have a slight problem because this is b minus 1, but this is minus b plus 1. So they are kind of different, but they are not too different. They are actually the negative of each other, because if you think about it, if you have negative b plus 1, and if you multiply it by a negative, then the negative go in, it will be plus b minus 1. Then it will be the same as the other bracket. Okay? Now when this happened, what it means is you can also factor out a negative from the bracket. Okay, so what happened is, from the bracket, you want to take out a negative, so you put the negative in front of a. And then when the negative come out from negative b, then you get b. And when a negative come out from a positive, you get a negative. Right, because in some sense, a positive could be viewed as negative times negative. Right, because negative, negative, positive. So if you have taken out one of the negative, then you have another negative left. Okay. Then now, b minus 1 is a common factor that you can take out. So take out b minus 1, and then you have, for the first term, you have b left, then minus. The second term, you have a left. That would be how you do something like this. Now, very lastly, a fairly important technique, probably more important than grouping, is the difference of two squares. Which is using the following identity, a squared minus b squared. So it would happen that a squared minus b squared could be factorized into a plus b times a minus b. Now one can see that this is true by expanding the right hand side, because if you expand this, then a times a is a squared, a times negative b is minus ab, b times a is also ab, right? b is the same as ab, and then b times the negative b is minus b squared. Then the minus b and the plus b will cancel out, so we have a squared minus b squared, which is exactly the left hand side. Okay, so when you see that the question is a square minus another square, then it's likely that they want you to use this identity. So for example, x squared minus 4, notice that 4 is a square because 4 is 2 squared, right? So you would think x is your a, and then 2 is your b. So a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. That will be how you factorize something like this. So you might want to try some examples yourself. So maybe you want to pause the video and try this. Maybe is 25 x squared minus y squared. Okay. Pause the video if you want to try. It's just coming. 3, 2, 1. Now the key would be noticing that 25 is 5 squared. So 25x squared could be written as 5x bracket whole square, the minus y squared. So you would think the 5x is your a, and the y is your b. So it is a plus b, oh, b is y, right? A plus b times a minus b. So notice how you need to change 25 into 5 squared first, right? And then put the 5 and x together in a bracket, and that will be your whole a. Okay. One more, maybe is 2x squared minus 18. Okay, give this a try. Now for this one, the interesting thing is, if we think about it, 18 is not something square. Matter of fact is 2 is also not something square. So what happens is, for this question, you have to first do a normal factorizing. All right, notice that 2 is a common factor because 18 is 2 times 9. So we need to factor the 2 out first. So it becomes x squared minus 9. Then you can use the difference of 2 squared because 9 is 2 squared. So you'll think a is x and b is like 3, right? Because 9 is 2 squared. So it's a plus b times a minus b. Okay, so that I think cover all the basic way of factorizing stuff. If you want to find some exercise, you can join the membership below to find some suitable exercise for you.